Okay, everything is functional, nothing exploded. Although it'd be really funny if it did. So, we roll back around into this lovely day. On the 27th of October, 56 AR. The party this is the day after the party arrived back from the Dark Knight, doing the Dark Knight Heirloom and acquiring that, where they found out a couple interesting things. One of the most prevalent being the fact that Group A had returned from their mission, meaning that they are now back in the guild. And Lupus may have gotten a little bit emotional. Also, the proper formal return of Milo and Carl to the Sleeping Wolves Guild for a temporary period, so that as they are another two members of the Dragon Bloodline, aka the Abyssal Sages. So they are now here as well. I've forgotten to put a fucking note down for. Whoops. No, Rosemary can be included as well. Because
yay, Rosemary!
So, as breakfast is happening and everybody's kind of unwinding as the positive news of Group A's return and what seems like what I'm going to call like the midway point of both gathering the heirlooms and the pushing the cult back on multiple different fronts seems to be going very successful so far. And so, as on this lovely, lovely day, birds are singing, flowers are blooming to go with haha funny. Penton, you are approached by a rather large rabbit man.
How large is he?
He is 7 foot. As Axton basically looms over you with a slight smile on his face. Well, good sir, how are you this morning?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Now about that fight. I do believe I was intending to express the dominance of my bloodline.
I mean, I don't really get why you need to, but...
It is a matter of honor, sir.
If you want to do a dick measuring contest, then I'm down, I guess.
That's something completely different.
Not much else to do.
That is something completely different. I will not engage in those sort of contests with you, sir. You have yet to earn my respect for anything even close to that.
Okay.
And he brushes his kind of brushes the fur on his head to one side. Now then, where shall we do battle?
Well, we have a Colosseum probably there.
Ah, brilliant, brilliant.
But
Well
in the
then.
morning for this shit.
Excuse you?
I said it's too early in the morning for this shit.
Well, that must be unfortunate for you.
Why, when did you wake up?
That is unimportant.
Did you sleep?
That is also unimportant.
Make a perception check to see if he's got bags under his eyes.
Yes, you may.
Oh, that's terrible. That would be 41.
Yes, he does in fact have bags under his eyes. It is very clear that Axton has not slept since he arrived.
Fair enough. Guess that tail keeps him awake, makes it too bright in the room.
I guess, if you want to think about it that way, yeah, sure. It's not the actual
sure.
reason why, but it's funnier. May I advise that, Mr. Orleno, since you are about to throw hands with another character, that you have your Roll20 open, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. So there's no combat today. I thought, no, there is. There is.
Yeah, there is.
There's me. I'm the combat. I'm a combat wombat.
You're certainly a fucking wombat, alright?
Oh, that's me.
It is.
Why can't it be like that, though?
Because I'm channeling Axton right now, and he is having a day.
A true gentleman. He's just started. How is he already having a day?
I suppose you'd have to ask him. Anyway, so the two of you end up going to the arena.
So, do you turn that thing off when you go to sleep? set fire to the bed sheets, wouldn't it?
He frowns at you. What in God's name do you mean? Turn it off. Turn what off? And he has yet to click that you're referring to his tail.
Your tail.
Oh, that?
The campfire that you have on your butt. Well, attached to your butt.
And you are getting scowled at. For the sake of asking, I'm presuming that is this something that other people are attending, or do you think this is something that is just solo? Before
I mean,
Depends. Was it said in earshot of anyone else?
yes,
Yes,
he
it was at the
exclaimed it
breakfast
very
table.
loudly.
Yeah, it was exclaimed very loudly at the breakfast table.
He was like, "Do you want to die? I'll fight you." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay, I'll die. No,
Well,
yeah.
the first has been humble. It doesn't affect me at this point.
Luna is definitely going to go and watch.
And Ollivander's coming along as well, just to make sure his brother doesn't fucking blow something up by accident. And so the two of you enter the arena with oh, what's gonna be a good theme for this? Something zesty. So, if I can... You know what? This would work. And so, you enter the arena with your onlookers sitting in the wings, watching, preparing just in case things go horrifically wrong. As Axton, you notice that Axton has left his avatar outside of the arena. Well, if we are to do battle like gentlemen, I shall be leaving my companion outside. I don't need my avatar to deal with you, sir.
Okay.
And he unfurls his whip and cracks it.
Kinky.
Roll initiative.
Okay. .46, so not very high. But in response to rolling initiative as a free action, Pendant's going to use Mog, Mirror Image, Avoid, and Elemental Carol 3.
So you're triggering your Emerald Automation.
Yep.
Okay.
And no, I'll take away my reaction for this round. It's not worth trying. I don't think I'll be able to get him yet.
So, Axton is the first to move.
Okay.
And the first thing he is going to do is dual cast. Oh, fuck, right, yes.
That's okay.
My apologies. I've transferred maps on the screen but forgot to drag the little thing across.
No problem.
There we go. So, the first thing that Axton is going to do is to dual cast Counter Rockets
Counter Rockets.
and summon Mage's Robes.
Ooh.
Give me a moment to make note of this. And then Counter Rockets. Then going to follow this up by performing another dual cast. Of, let's have a look. Where is it? Of Ruby Reflect. And sorry, I have it highlighted. Where are you? What the fuck? How have I lost this already? Ah, here it is. And Ultimate End, which he is going to Ultimate End, one underneath it, Ardo. That he is going to use one of his bonus actions to apply Sure Strike to. So
Does that go past a void? It doesn't say it's a percentage chance to miss. It just says it misses. I'll use MP to make it miss.
Hmm?
I used a void. Does Sure Strike go through that? Is this the one that makes it negate
void,
percentage chance
say?
to miss? Yes. I use MP for attacks against me.
Yep, okay. So then please spend the MP then.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to spend the MP for the first lot as well. 1, 3, 8, 13, 14. So it's 18.
So it's basically, if memory serves correctly, with a void. I should actually does he have it? Yeah, he does. Upon seeing that you've evaded his spell, 1, 8. Upon seeing that you've avoided his spell, you notice a rather cruel smile form on Axton's face as he proceeds to use a bonus action, 2 bonus actions, to use Quick Cast twice, casting Ruin. So, Penton, I'll let you work out the maths, but please consume the MP for 10 missed hits.
Okay.
Because I do believe it costs an additional +2 for every, an additional 2 MP for every hit that misses. Or every single attack that you avoid. So,
Does that count for every missile or just the actual
each
spell
missile,
attack?
because each missile would, in theory, be an automatic hit.
That's really
So it
annoying
would
to
miss.
work the math out on.
Pardon more?
Does that mean third attack is 9 MP, fourth
Yeah.
attack is...
11, fifth is 13, and so on.
Okay. That's the exact kind of math that makes my brain melt.
Okay. How much MP? It's 5 to avoid the first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I'll take the damage for 5 and then... Hang on. That's for the one round. Okay, yeah. Right.
3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So are you taking damage from any of these? Or are you avoiding them?
I would have to dispel a void entirely to do that.
Okay, so
Was that like 150, 200?
that is 160 MP that you've just lost.
Okay.
And he seems annoyed. at the fact that none of his attacks have landed. So he uses another one.
Okay. Where's the thing I got?
And they miss as well, don't they?
If any of did any of them crit?
No, it's an automatic hit. So that is another. So that's another 155 MP burnt. I need to roll a percentile for something. So have you taken the 155 off?
Yeah, sure.
And my percentile dice, he is getting even more. He's going to pull another one. Another use of quick cast. Another
Okay.
bonus action gone.
How many bonus actions does this guy get?
Well, you don't know what his classes are, so have a little thinkle. You might figure something useful out.
Let's steal that MP back.
So that is another 205 MP gone. And look, pouting a little bit. He is going to end his turn there.
Okay,
So please make sure that you remove that MP.
I have.
Okay. The 155 and then the 205 that followed.
205 and 155 that followed.
Mm-hmm. So the 155, you remove that, yes?
Yeah.
Did you remove the one after that?
255. 205.
Oh, let me redo the maths. Because you removed the 155, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So what followed was 205 on top of the... Yes, it's another 205 from that
Okay.
last attack. I'm sure you have removed it.
Fair enough. So it's my turn now.
Yes, it is.
So the first thing I'm going to do is take an ether. This bitch is making me use my ethers, which I will hold against him if it gets us into shit later. And he's like, "Oh no, where's my MP? I've not got any MP. I wish someone had an ether." I'm like, "Well, you can never use it in this fight, so fuck you." Yeah, turtle ether. But one of them gone. To fully restore my MP. 654. Pulling out Phantasmal Swan Song, using one action to create my duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
So, does the duplicate's actions take up my actions?
No, it has its own actions, but it cannot heal.
Cannot heal, so it has its own actions. So then I, alongside the duplicate, will decide to twin cast whilst momentary phantom to triple cast Irresistible Dance.
You would have to make physical contact with them, I do believe.
That's fine. I make physical contact with him.
Is it roll to hit? Take a look at the spell.
I'm in the wrong thing. Yes, it is.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Make that roll to hit then?
I will make that roll to hit, so that will be spell hit bonus. What spell is it? It's a level 5 spell. Spell hit bonus. Okay. 159. So that's 159. Oh, shit.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go turn the light on.
166 to hit.
Bear with me a moment. I am putting a light on. 166 to hit, yes?
Yeah.
Just so you have your roll hit, because I
I've
have
forgotten something. I fucked up.
just making sure that you've got your right number.
I have. I want to switch out my ring. Do I want to switch out my ring?
So you rolled 166, okay? So as a reaction, as part of your offense, Axton is going to use a reaction to cast Deflect 2. You said 166 to hit total, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, time to do some math. Wait. Hold on.
I would also like to swatch out for the opal ring before I did that.
That's what I got of you.
Which would be my last action.
Okay, so your roll does in fact hit.
Okay.
So you hit. What follows that, please?
Oh, sorry. You thought you were still
No,
coming
I said to you. Right, it's fine.
It sounds like you were still mid-sentence.
No, sorry. I'm a little distracted because I can hear people outside.
Target makes a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Any other bonuses to it?
No, but it's been triple casted, so...
As in, what effects is it?
Oh, okay. On fail, the target is compelled to dance, taking -4 to AC, -10 to dex saves, and
It's
being
mind
disabled.
affecting. That's what I need to know.
Okay.
Okay, what's the
Immune to mind
DC?
affecting, is he?
What's the DC?
Well, the DC would be the whole 3 DCs added together, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be... Uh, 201.
He fails.
So denied any bonus from the shield. Each round the target dances, they provoke opportunity attacks. A successful save causes the effect to last only 1 round instead. So he is now dancing in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so
Which enemy was that? We can't put them all together. It's- Which I can't have 19, so it's 100. I will point out to them, even if this does work, this is me having to pull out literally the strongest thing I can possibly fucking do to try and get the edge. So it doesn't say anything against him as a fighter. It's me having to pull out my fucking bloodline runes.
And what Axon is going to do is use one of his bonus actions to quick cast Quick Steps.
What does that do?
So he makes two 5-foot movements away from you without provoking an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Your avoid is still active, yes?
I think so. I'm not sure. No,
It is not.
I did not spend a round concentrating on it.
You didn't. Interesting. So he is going to dual cast.
Can you do that while he's dancing?
It doesn't specify anything in terms of impeding capacity to do anything.
Okay.
What's your caster level? Just out of curiosity. 58. Okay.
So it's still active, it just won't work this turn because I've not concentrated on it.
Yeah. And Axton is going to use one of his actions, or one of the actions from this dual cast, to cast Dispel on himself, beating the caster level check for your Irresistible Dance,
Okay.
removing the effect from him before casting. Where is it? Yeah, before once again attempting to strike you with Ardor, thinking anything is going to change here. But nah, actually no, you've not put your thing down, have you?
No.
No. What is your AC right now?
65.
Okay, so he hits you. Dealing 137 points of non-elemental damage.
Okay.
He's then going to follow this up with a second dual cast. Is it that one? Yes, it is. And is going to use two more bonus actions, two more sure strikes. Your AC is 60 something, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one hits. So does the second one. Yep. Yep. As he casts Aerospark twice, and you are struck by 4 rays.
Okie dokie.
What is your element? What's your... Oh, wait, no, I don't need to worry about that. So, the first ray does 181 lightning damage.
Okay.
Are you checking your lightning resistances? Because I'm not doing the double check for you.
Done.
Yeah?
Wait, hang on. Is it done? I forgot I do actually have resistances now.
That's the first one. The second ray Let me know when you're ready for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Second one does 180 lightning damage.
Okay, so it was 120.
The third does 175.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth does 185.
Nope. Oh shit.
Well done.
Oh god. What has happened here? Did you give me the total of those damages, please?
Sure.
There was 4 attacks.
Four hits, yes.
Okay.
So the overall damage was 721 lightning damage.
There we go. Done.
Okay. Right. And being quite joyful at how effective his attack was, he's going to dual cast. The first one being another use of Arrow Spark. First one hits. Second one hits. The first one does 181 lightning damage.
Okay.
The second does 177.
Okay. That's 238.
What total?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 230. I thought you said 130.
There's a 60 lightning resistance right now, but still lightning damage.
Okay. And then the second spell seems to fail as he attempts to do something a little bit quirky. And as he attempts to cast the spell, it very clearly fails. So you get a little bit of a laugh at his expense.
Okay.
And that is the end of his turn.
How much MP have I got left? I have enough. Wait, so I'm guessing the duplicate can't use Momentary Phantom.
No.
That would be
Yes.
it. That would be...
Yes, sorry, it can.
It can.
It can.
Okay, and it doesn't have any reductions to its damage at all.
No, it is like I said, it is a perfect duplicate. As it states, it is a duplicate. The only big downside of it is it cannot be healed. So that's HP, MP, ability uses,
Okay, so I'm
etc.
going to use my bonus action to activate Last Week.
Okay.
It has all the same actions and everything as me,
Yep.
so it has bonus actions.
Yep.
So it's going to use its bonus action alongside me and it both casting Majesty to cast Momentary Phantom to triple cast it. And that's 108 MP minus. Oh, no. Yes, so... One target per cast level within 30 feet must make a wisdom save. On success, they are staggered for 1 round. On fail, the target is considered helpless for the duration.
Okay.
So... Oh, God, that's gonna be tricky, isn't it? It's 110, it's 116, it's 110. Make me a 336 wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a fail. Axton seems mesmerized by your presence.
On fail, the target's considered helpless for the duration, meaning he doesn't get his round. If I'm not mistaken.
You wouldn't be.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Interesting.
You can use a round action to try and remake the save. You can't do anything else.
I see.
Otherwise, you are helpless.
Well, the illusion in front of you disappears. Because that's not Axton. As during his last turn, he used Mislead. So, whereas you see him, he is not there. He is actually...
So you have to roll against my perception first.
Nope. It is an intelligence save. And as of the point before you activated your lucky streak, you would not have been capable of making the save, even if you nat 20'd it.
What if I mogged it? Which I have active.
No. Oh. Fucking.
And unless he used Mislead last, he would have revealed himself when he attacked.
Yes, he did use Mislead last. That's why I didn't announce what the second part of his dual cast was.
Okay.
So he's then going to rinse and repeat previous formula. What is your AC at the moment?
My current AC is 97.
Okay. So he is going to dual cast 3 times and is going to use his bonus actions to short strike on all of them. And is going to basically rinse and repeat the same process.
Okay.
What?
I can use one of my reactions to deflect one of them.
Okay. Because there are 2 rays. Okay.
I forget I still get the rest of my turn after I use a fucking point cast. I think technically I still have 2 actions left, but I sort of forgot.
Okay, so the lowest that was rolled there. So 97, yeah?
Yeah, which would be for one of them.
Oh, for one of them.
Yeah, I didn't deflect 3 times, I've only got 1 reaction.
Right. Okay, so the first one misses, the other 5 hit you. And one of them crits.
Okay.
The first, because he rolled 2 crits, 4 hits. So the first one, which was a crit, you missed completely. Second one hits you for 190 lightning damage.
Okay. Just total them up.
Okay. Give me a second then. Next one. 350 lightning damage. The one that follows, 184. Then 182. And finally, 188.
Okay.
For a grand total of 1094 lightning damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You reduce to 1 health,
Uh-huh.
and the simulation ends.
I'm going to give him a slow clap.
So, let's flip back. Hang on. And so, Axton looks quite amused as he walks over to Penton. Well, sir, I do so believe that I just kicked your ass.
Yeah, you did. You wouldn't be the first, you wouldn't be the last. Congratulations, you proved nothing.
That.
The last fight I had a star thrown at me. Several stars thrown at me, actually. I also fought the Guildmaster himself. And with a bit of help, I won. So, you know, it doesn't really mean much.
Quite simply preposterous. Ugh. Ingrates. And he walks off looking very miffed off. Oliver.
Now, a true gentleman doesn't pout.
And upon you saying that, he's going to turn back around and he is going to crack his whip. I'm sorry, would you like another fucking ass kicking?
Well, if you're going to use the whip, I'm a bit more interested.
Phantom, what's your piercing resistance?
It's 25.
You are now out cold.
Okay.
As Axton cracks his whip, rolls to hit.
Doesn't the Colosseum not allow that?
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I would say, yeah, it's not fully deactivated yet, as it's still repairing your magical energy. So you get whipped, and the piercing tip of the actual weapon itself basically slaps you across the face with an intense amount of force. And you would have taken 50 points of piercing damage. However, the simulation arena that would essentially allow you to that would normally be there supporting you is still repairing your magical energy to bring you back up to full strength. So you basically feel the full force, the sting of it, the pain of it, and then you're still standing. But it fucking hurt. It hit with enough force that it basically whipped your fucking face to the side.
But, I gotta admit, you are pretty strong. And you did beat me, so props to you.
Congratulations, you've taken the fun out of actually bothering to challenge you in the first place.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that in the first place.
Or maybe you
What did
shouldn't
it
have...
prove? I made an offhand comment about something. I didn't even attack you, but you need to be less inflammatory and spiky. Because
Well,
soon
I don't
enough, you're
know.
going to challenge someone to a fight, and they're going to crush you into paste, and it's probably going to be the Guildmaster, because you've already done that once.
And Axton looks like he's about to rip your head off of your shoulders. I don't need a lecture from you, of all people.
Okay, what's so special about it being a lecture from me?
And he walks over, and imagining Penton is kind of knelt down on the floor after being hit full force.
Oh yeah, I'm
with
also
fate.
like panting with every word I'm saying.
And he just looks down. He looks down at you with a scowl on his face. You can see like the fieriness in his eyes. I will not be compared to a runt like the boy. I will not allow anybody to drag my family's name through the mud. That includes some stuck-up little excitable brat who just so happened to luck his way into the lap of the most powerful person on this planet. Now shut your fucking mouth. And Axton is going to walk away,
Okay.
looking incredibly incensed. And so it is just you alone in this arena now, with Luna and Ollivander looking down at you. And Ollivander decides to hop down and give you a hand.
Is he always like that?
And as he lands, his wings fold back up. Well, I must apologize for that. He's not exactly a people person.
Yeah, no, I gathered that.
And Ollivander is going to offer a hand to you.
I will take it.
You will also have to forgive his less than a positive disposition at the moment. Neither of us have slept very well for weeks now. Since what happened to our father. You ever heard the sound of when you tear like a bunch of bits of paper apart?
Yes?
Imagine that, but wet.
Oh. I mean, no, I can imagine. I mean, I literally witnessed someone getting torn in half in front of me, like a few weeks ago?
Well, suffice to say that we watched that happen to our father, thanks to this monster that was very clearly aligned with the cult. Was this green-skinned creature that tore our father in two.
Green-skinned, you say?
Yes.
Ah.
And both myself and my brother, we could not exactly rescue our father. We had to flee for our lives. Since we weren't exactly in a good state at that point. We've been on the run for several days, and Ollivander looks over his shoulder to make sure that Axton has left, and his Ifrit avatar has also followed suit and already left. Suffice to say that Ollivander had exhausted himself. Well, Ollivander fucking...
It's fine, you're tired, it's fine.
Suffice to say that Axton had exhausted himself to such a point where his Ifrit avatar had to literally carry him. He was so exhausted he physically could not walk. He has a habit of overextending himself beyond his limits.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't really know what to say here, but... Lacey's got you looking out for him, I guess.
Well, the way he's acting, he might not have that for long. It's been work.
No, like I said, sooner or later he's going to pick a fight with someone that he just does not stand a chance against.
And as you say that, you hear a rumble.
Has he picked a fight with someone that he just does not stand a chance against?
You don't know. It's a nondescript rumble.
Okay.
And the rest of your party that are currently sitting in the ring, or sitting in the podiums, or whatever. I can't think of the fucking word.
Oh, some more of us are here.
Yeah, the whole lot of you are there.
Oh,
Hi guys!
no. The way that you
face
described
hurts.
it, the way you described it, I genuinely thought you just meant Ollivander and Luna, just
Oh,
were the only
fuck.
ones that went to watch.
I'm gonna say for the sake that I didn't fucking explain it very well, that the rest of them kind of arrived halfway into the fight, just for the sake of my brain is being stupid.
Woo!
I have had a day.
It's okay.
Hi guys! Hope you enjoyed. My face hurts.
Luna's After hearing the rumbling, Luna's gonna go and investigate.
Okay, bye then.
So, Luna, you are the only one that goes off, as the rest of the rest of the rest of the members of Group View, I'm guessing including Alice, are probably going to make sure the Penton's, okay.
Yeah, probably make sure Penton's not feeling too whipped.
I'm imagining that was a mildly satisfying moment for Alice, just like the little bit of unhealed relationship problems just got fucking resolved in that final snap.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're good now. You got what you deserved. Luna, as you go out of the Colosseum, you end up in one of the big old entranceway, where, ow, my knuckles, where you find Axton effectively yamcha-posed on the floor in the middle of the room, with the guildmaster standing there looking rather pleased with himself as he dusts off his armor. And he looks over to see Luna.
Someone send like a reference image of what that means. 'Cause I've got no idea what you're talking about. What point?
This.
Oh.
He is yamcha posed on the floor. That is what I'm referring to.
He's lucky he's not a cube.
But basically, he's kind of furled up on his side on the floor. And the guildmaster is very pleased with himself, looks over at Luna. Oh, good morning.
Morning, Guildmaster. I see that Axton has done exactly what Penton just said he'd probably do.
Yes, well, apparently the boy's ego was high enough that he thought he'd decide to pick a fight with me as well.
Probably because Penton, or he just beat Penton.
Oh, he did now, did he?
Yeah, Penton mentioned that he, with some help, fought you and won. And that's probably what gave Axton the idea.
There is a
Maybe.
menacing aura coming off of the smile on the guildmaster's face currently.
I'm about to get in the ear hole.
I'll stay checked he's still in the Colosseum with Ollivander and the rest of the party.
Yeah, I would say they're still there. Just for the moment. So, I've got to figure out, but,
I'll take him to medbay.
No, I think
No?
I think he's good. And Lupus looks over and can you make me a insight check, please?
Okay. For a second I was going to say perception, I'd be like, you
Hey,
sure?
Ollie, do you mind if I call you Ollie? Do you know Lilac yet? Could you go get Lilac? I'm in a lot of pain.
That's a 40.
You know, like, okay, so you very clearly notice that there is a notable difference in the guildmaster's posture. He seems much stronger, almost, than previous.
Oh my god, you didn't.
Activate Lunarian Soul.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Lunarian Soul is not active. He seems...
Oh.
His entire demeanor seems a lot more settled, if you will.
It's actually the pose.
Hmm?
I'm trying not to interrupt, I keep laughing at the pose.
That's fine.
That's fine.
And the second one was to see whether Luna felt a little unsettled at the intimidating smile. And I can tell you that, yes, Luna is feeling probably a little bit intimidated, as 40, do the maths. As she was a whole 31 off of the intimidation roll I just made for Lupus. So he is menacing. He's standing there menacingly over Ollivander. Meanwhile, Penton, you have been
Over accent.
a fucking accent. Sorry,
It's okay.
I haven't fucking dealt with these characters in a hot second, so
It's the first time being introduced. It's all good.
It's been an heirloom, and
It's
my
been
god,
an heirloom.
it's because I know what's coming, and I'm
You're
mildly.
too excited. You're too excited.
I'm too excited, and I'm fucking terrified of what's to come because the temptation to throw you at it, just because this is a very. The thing that is coming is very, very integral to something that I have planned very far down the line. We'll put it that way.
Ruh-roh.
So your whole body has been like double checked over,
Mm-hmm.
not exposing anything indecent. You've been checked over by Kay. She's restored your energy.
Am I
a bit.
still in the arena?
You're still in the arena, and you guys basically walk out. And I'm imagining the time it's taken between the whole interaction between Lupus and Luna, this has been happening in the background. So you step out of the arena, like, as a small collective, to see with Ollivander seeing Axton on the floor, sitting there sighing.
Okay.
What?
That's. I guess that would be a base charisma save
What?
for me to not laugh. Because Ollivander's right there.
I mean, if you want. Ollivander's head is in his hand, and he's just sighing.
That's a
Just.
67 to hold my fucking stifled laugh.
But you do see a rather intimidating looking Wolverite who is just kind of looming over him.
Hi, Guildmaster.
And he looks over at you. Please make me a insight check.
Okay.
The same thing for you, Alice. I can't be asked to roll for the NPCs, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I think I should count that because I caught it like
No.
An insight check, yeah?
Yes.
Fuck!
Let me guess, you used the luck point to re-roll it and got even
Okay,
worse.
yes.
You got even worse from using a luck point.
The first time I rolled it, it went off the table and I caught it and it was a nat 20. The second time it was an 8. The third time it was a 4.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, it's not gonna work anyway, because it's Lupus, but the 52.
And Alice?
I'm just mathsing. $48.
48. Okay, so Penton and Alice, you are both that you feel a chill go down the back of your neck at the very menacing smile on Lupus's face.
Ooh.
As Lupus looks at Penton. Say, are you okay? Are you alright?
Not really. I can tell you don't really care. What
No,
am I in trouble?
answer the question. Are you okay? Are you unharmed? Are you gonna be alright?
Yeah? It's in the simulation hall, so... It hurts.
Oh,
a lot.
okay. And what Lupus is going to do...
I want to preface by saying all I said was yes, he started the fight, he approached me.
Sorry, I just
All I did was mention Jelda's name yesterday. I didn't realise it was an issue.
Is that so? And he walks over to you.
I also warned him that this would happen.
He walks over to you, looms a little bit.
Hello?
And you feel another chill go down your back as that menacing smile becomes even more intimidating. It's a 77 on intimidation.
Am I in trouble?
No, as
The
much as...
sweetest, most innocent smile.
And Lupus's hand scratches under Penton's chin a little. No, you're not in trouble.
No?
But I am gonna fucking deck you. Because you're agitating people. Don't worry, it's far better than what I did to him. And the next thing you know, there is a
I'm going
right
for
hook
a wall.
coming straight for your shoulder. What's your AC when all of your effects are down?
Oh my god.
Yes, because I'm presuming they would have worn off.
Yeah, it's 65.
So you take...
I'm back on full health now.
Yes. You take 52 points of bludgeoning damage, as Lupus basically full force right hooks you in the shoulder.
Ow, fuck! So
That-
I'm supposed to just lie down and take it?
No!
And get verbally abused? I would have thought that you'd encourage me to stand up and fight back.
Well, take a look at him over there. And Lupus waves to Axton, who is laying on the floor, still in the same crumpled pose as earlier.
Is he okay? Has anyone poked him with a stick recently? Is he breathing?
Oh, don't worry. He's breathing. He's very much breathing.
And he's just holding his... Wait, where did you hit me? In the shoulder?
In the shoulder,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So it would have
Holding his
absorbed
arm.
most of the impact. You will be fine. It will hurt for a few minutes.
I don't know, when Lupus hits you, it normally hurts for a few days.
And Lupus proceeds to basically pick up Ollivander by the scruff of his neck. You, sir, are going to come with me. And we're going to have a little chit-chat about your insistence on being a pain in my ass. And he basically proceeds to, bear in mind, Lupus is only 5'11", proceeds to hold his 7-foot man over his shoulder and walk off.
Did you mean Axton or Ollivander?
Stop correcting him.
Fucking...
I'm sorry.
Ah!
I'm
Axton!
sorry.
He picks up Axton, walks off, with him hoisted over his shoulder. So you've just watched this 5'11" guy basically pick up this 7-foot dude like a fucking log and walk off. To which Ollivander sighs again. I'll go deal
Sorry
with
about
it.
that.
It's fine, don't worry. He's done worse. Guildmaster, come back. Sort this out. And Ollivander chases off with his Bahama avatar. His Bahama avatar kind of follows a little bit, turns back.
So who's with me right now?
Other group view.
Everyone.
Okay.
And
For the
Bahama
record,
looks...
that was exactly my plan. Was to antagonize him enough and tell him factually that he's eventually going to try and do this to someone who is going to squish him. It's probably going to be... That's why I singled out the Guildmaster. And his ego was that high, I knew he'd go for it.
Is Penton saying this out loud?
Yes.
Well, Ollivander's Bahama avatar, who had conveniently decided to stay behind for a few seconds to apologize for the inconvenience, looks at Penton. Well, that's interesting to know. A pleasure listening in.
That's
Goodbye
fine.
for now.
He still started the fight with me. I'm fully within my rights to do whatever the fuck I want.
And his the Bahama avatar follows behind this summoner.
I want him to learn the same lesson that I learned. In about as painful of a way, to be honest.
No, sir. Why he got hurt far more.
I don't know, I got a star in the face.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd take the star over what,
What did you actually do to him?
Well,
Our character.
can you roll me an Arcana check?
I can attempt to. Does anyone else want to try? Is anyone else curious to see what happened to...
I cannot be bothered to
Dear
do
old
the
Axton.
NPC rolls at the moment, so if everybody
Luna
fails,
would
then I'll roll.
definitely not be able to.
I don't
I
know.
don't think.
Because
I
mine's
don't
only
know,
19.
Don't presume the
Wait,
DC.
what's the roll for?
Arcana.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll be able to. I can do it.
Don't assume the DC, because this one is quite obvious. Don't worry.
I got this. I got this.
I rolled a 26, which is the maximum I can roll.
Damn.
Within it. Yeah, it's within it. Yeah.
That's a good
Here is-
damn.
here is my nat 20 for the day. I didn't get one last week. Don't know why I'm saying for the day. I've just jinxed myself. Damn.
I rolled a 75.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you notice Blue Mage coming in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's like
the
Arcana.
Blue
This is
Mage rolling
my
Arcana.
speciality. The one thing I'm good at. Let me do my Arcana.
Jesus fucking Christ, yeah. So you notice that the ground that you're currently standing around where Axton was dropped is completely frozen over.
Did you throw a star at him as well?
I can't tell you, Penton, because I don't think you rolled high enough. What did you roll total? Just so I can
Oh,
double
I
check.
rolled like 19.
Okay, well you rolled worse than Luna. So
I'm
you
gonna
and
ask.
you and Luna can tell there is a very powerful ice rune
Yeah, I have
that has
eyes.
been used here. Well, okay. You can tell it's a rune because of your Arcana check, you pain in the ass. Alice, you recognize this as one of Lupus's specialized runes, Lunar Hoarfrost.
Oh dear.
And this is as DM, just to let you all know. Lupus didn't just hit this guy hard. He hit him enough that he basically one-tapped the motherfucker.
And can I learn it?
No.
I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for that to come through.
Everyone
Oh,
else is
sorry,
like,
sorry,
oh my god,
sorry.
that's devastating. And I was like, oh, that's tasty.
And he died from one hit. Can I have it?
Yeah? Question mark? No. So basically, Lupus hit this guy with a spell that was powerful enough that it's clearly ripped through anything that was protecting Axton at that point.
Oh yeah, because he still all his buffs up, didn't
Yeah, he's also immune to ice. Which is even funnier. Lupus basically just
Wait,
nuked...
what?
Axton is immune to ice damage. The spell that was used
How?
that fucked him up was ice.
he? Oh my god.
That's kind of ironic.
That's the fucking magical equivalent of a bitch slap.
Pretty much, yeah. And so, with that occurring, and Ollivander going off to chase his brother, who's basically being keel-hauled away, what are you guys doing? Do you have anything that you would like to pursue on this lovely morning?
Can I open up the floor here because I've taken up a lot of screen time so far?
So, anyone want to go berry picking?
Oh my gosh! We go berry picking.
I mean, that seems like a nice wind down after this.
You only have yourself to blame.
All I said was yes.
It sounds so peaceful and calm and undangerous
And unpenitent.
and unpenton-like.
Yeah, you seem to have a knack for trouble. And Yuzok pats his hand on Penton's head. Oh my god, fucking. Oh,
English
my
is
brain.
hard. English
You
is hard.
No, my brain is just processing at 15 miles an hour because. So, Yuzok is basically patting Penton on the head.
You know what
As he
this
says
has
this.
taught me? I need to practice more one-on-one stuff. Because I know I'm effective in a group, but I don't really usually fight individually people.
You hear some knuckles click behind you. Well,
Oh shit, it's Nolan, isn't it?
I'd certainly fucking love to have a throwdown.
Yeah, sure, why not? This is not antagonizing, by the way. I'm genuinely interested in getting stronger.
Certainly be up to try that then.
Sweet.
None of your mind affecting bullshit either.
That's my thing, though.
Aww. Poor Patches. Can't I do anything, can you? Not without the help of someone like me.
Let's just go pick the fucking berries.
And, yeah, Nolan has given you the most condescending tone possible there. As you go to pick some berries together. However, one person does not follow along. And that is Xanis.
Me?
Who excuses himself.
Does he look okay?
He looks like he's mulling something over. Those are the eyes of somebody who's pondering something.
Like ruminating, pondering, or
I love the fact that you know to use that word now. Me getting therapy has expanded your vocabulary by one word. Congratulations.
yeah.
Yes, he does appear to be very much dwelling on an idea and mulling something over.
I'm gonna make a mental note to go have a chat with them later.
Yeah. So as you go off to go and pick some berries, you get to this this rather large bush out in the the little forested area that's close by Lenfar. And Kay has a little smile on her face as she looks over to Penton. Hey, do you remember when we had to flee for our lives from this place because there was an abaddon over here? Memories, right?
There was a what?
Oh yeah, God, that was so long ago.
And Kay looks over to Alice. Do you remember that?
Such, wow, beautiful days.
And Kay's just sitting there, like she starts laughing to herself a little bit.
I wouldn't say beautiful, it was quite terrifying at the time, but...
What? In a
I don't know about
in the
you.
forest.
I had a great
Why
time.
did we encounter that abaddon? What were we doing?
So Kay proceeds to basically explain to Luna what happened. In that there was some this was shortly before Mace attacked the Sleeping Wolves Guild for the first time with the skeletal dragon. Before they got hauled off in a bag. But
We don't like to talk about that part.
yeah, we don't talk about that. But basically, Kay describes the whole situation, and as essentially they were early days of guild membership. They still hadn't formed a proper team yet, and they essentially had to flee from this creature that had appeared from the woodlands. And had to kill it whilst within the town.
We were just a baby.
Yeah, things were
Oh.
weirder back then.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly say that they aren't weird now.
I mean,
You don't know what things were like back then.
Of course I don't, I wasn't here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alice didn't have a brain.
you'd never think that...
Yeah, that's
Chief
true,
Junkie could
actually.
give you
I was about to
PTSD.
try and defend myself, but that is true. That's a fact.
Kay just sits there laughing. Yeah, and I was a stuck-up bitch. Now I'm just a
That's
bitch.
awkward.
Wow. And she starts doing a little like a little evil laugh to herself. And during this time, Yuzok has managed to somehow get himself stuck in a tree.
Oh,
Yuzok, no.
in a tree? What, you mean like in vines or the upper tree?
His hoof has gotten stuck in tree roots, and he has fallen
Oh,
flat on
God.
his face. Damn it.
You want a hand there, big guy?
Sure. And basically, I'm assuming you're reaching your hand out to pick him up.
Yes.
He basically just puts his hand on top of your shoulder and just pushes up. And so you're...
How loose is the soil?
Well... I should probably remove his Valfernian blessing off of his attempt
Just
stat boost.
beds pinned into the floor to his knees.
Penton, can you make me a non-magical strength save, please?
Oh, no, I'm gonna get buried. I'm gonna get buried while I get buried.
Oh my god, we throw berries at him. Oh my god, no way.
That wasn't quite what I meant, but... It's just 21.
21.
No,
Okay.
22. 9.
22.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the sheer weight and power behind Yuzok's grip is enough that you are basically forced down to your knees as he stands back up and manages to dislodge his hoof.
There you go. See, what a friend's for, eh?
Yeah, you're quite alright down there.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Just admiring this this leaf down
minute.
here. It looks really interesting.
Okay.
Sure.
And Yuzok just walks off to go and pick more berries.
What berries are we picking, Mr. DM? What is here?
Berries.
Strawberry!
You are picking a type of... You're picking a very specific type of berry. Good berries.
I hope they be.
I'm actually going to shove my entire foot down your throat. It is a type of berry that is used in things like restorative potions and things along that line. There is a spell literally called Good Berry
Ah, okay. So
that
things
allows
like
you to conjure these things from nothing. Somebody has planted some here, And there is a very specific type of berry you locate here as well, which is a little bit strange considering what it is.
Tonberry.
No, you are not. You are not holding a tonberry, sir. Fucking
I found this little green guy. He keeps trying to stab me.
no. You find. Oh, is it? It seems like a type of grape. Don't even want to roll a nature check or hello.
No, I don't.
Oh, my neck just clicked.
Shit. Oh, hang on.
Neck
Still lucky.
clickety click.
No, I don't. $21 again.
You recognize this as a type. It's a type of grape that is commonly used to brew Bacchus wine.
Bacchus wine.
Yes,
What is Bacchus wine?
it is a type of wine that often tends to cause intense feelings of rage or aggression in people that drink it.
Huh.
Oh, epic. Give some of that to
No.
Penton.
In terms of what it actually does, Bacchus wine inflicts berserk for a short period when consumed.
So could we say, I don't know, thicken it up a bit and then coat something with it to create like berserk arrows? Or bolts? Or
You would need to
Gauntlet
make a
Thor?
poison for that, but yes.
Just throwing out some
you-
suggestions out there.
You throw in some grape guts, slosh it
Grape
around,
guts.
and make it thick. Drop the top and make it hot. Then yes, you may be able to make some sort of poison, but it will probably just end up tasting they taste very tart. It's like somewhere between like a strawberry and a lemon, in terms of like sweetness versus like slight sour tart notes to it. But as you're continuing to gather these, I'm presuming you're going to be doing this for a while, just to help as an excuse of restocking guild supplies, because I'm imagining there's not much else going on at the moment aside from Axton.
So that was pretty funny, right? It's not just me.
Aurelus doesn't seem to really have much of an opinion. He just kind of shrugs and carries on berry picking with Alec. And Kay looks at you and just shakes her head of, yeah, I guess it's funny, but also you've gotta be careful there.
What do you mean?
Don't want to make enemies of it.
I'll kiss and make up later. Not literally.
I didn't imagine you would.
For the sake of clarification, did Penton make the same face that you just made?
Yes.
So he goes from like, oh, offended to like to contemplative for about 3 seconds before reverting back to his mildly offended look. There's like yeah, I'd never apologize to him. Not gonna kiss and make up. Well, actually, no, we're not gonna kiss and make up.
I said we would, but
Oh, you were okay. Correction of wording, whatever. And brain cells. I'm not speaking properly today. And Yuzok looks at you with a slight element of suspicion.
Lupus was eventually going to put him in his place. I just expedited the process.
I guess. Don't really see how that's helpful, but you know.
You start the healing journey. Once you get smushed down to the ground, then you get humbled.
Oh,
Then
like
you
this.
take a look at yourself. Oh no!
And Yuzok proceeds to enable Valvernian Blessing, the Valvernian Blessing, spending a fuckload of MP for this for no reason, because it's funny. And proceeds to place his hand down on Penton's shoulder and you end up basically being crushed underneath this man's strength, and you end up falling over.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I found more berries. And Yuzok proceeds to lift his right hand that has been hidden behind a tree. And there is the entire bush just in his hand.
Oh my god.
How big's the bush?
I would say about the size of, like, if you were to, like, strap, like, 4 sofa cushions together. Like the ones that you lean your back on.
Yeah.
He's just holding something that size up, like it's a toy.
Fair enough.
I found the most berries.
Bruh.
You have to pick them off the bush individually.
Oh, like
Did
this.
no one ever teach you how to pick berries?
And he places his he takes his hand, touches the bottom of the roots, and all the berries fall off into one of the buckets. Ta-da!
There, see? That's how you do it properly.
Here, Alice, catch! And he proceeds to throw the bush at Alice.
Do I need to roll to catch?
Yes, please roll. Please
Uh-oh.
roll a Please roll it's either Dex or Strength, whichever one you prefer.
Oh.
As you attempt to try and catch this bush that has been lobbed with an immense degree of force behind it.
I'm literally looking in the wrong thing. Wait, I'm just dumb. 40.
40. So the bush hits you in the chest.
What?
And you end up sliding about 5 foot backwards. But you manage to catch the bush.
Oh, that was a catch.
Yeah, you caught it, but it was moving with such an immense degree of force, it pushed you backwards about 5 feet roughly. Yeah. They're doing maths in my head at the same time. Hold on. Now then. And Yuzok proceeds to wander back off into the undergrowth to find more berries. How long do you intend to spend here gathering the berries?
Yes.
Enough time until we have enough berries to make jam. Oh no, not jam. Fun potions.
Yeah, okay.
We can make jam.
I mean, you could make jam.
Berserk jam.
So,
Angry jam.
No, I really want to make the potion that will make Penton really angry.
Why do you
oh,
make
the
me
Bacchus
angry?
wine. Okay. So, you end up spending 5 hours out here. Your buckets are borderline overflowing with berries by the time that you're done. And Yuzok spent a little bit of time basically replacing all of the bushes he's ripped out the ground, and using his geomantic magic to essentially encourage the woodland to regrow back into full bloom like it was earlier, essentially leaving very little trace that you were ever here aside from your footprints. And you end up hauling all of these buckets back to the guild. And as you arrive, oh no. Okay, this is happening. You end up walking back into the entrance hall to see Norik arguing with Norik.
What is he arguing about?
One of them is arguing with the other about the specific little elements of, like, body pose and language and the way that they're behaving.
Okay.
Like he is trying to educate this other Noric how to Noric.
No, you have to flick your hair at a 120-degree angle, not 127. 127 is far too much.
Well, what if I'm trying to take my own way with this? Thank you. I don't appreciate you insulting my
There
good
is
looks.
no own way. There is only the right way, and that is the Noric way, which is my way.
And one of the Norics proceeds to flick hair at the other Noric.
Hair flicks back.
See, it's far more gracious when you do it at 128 degrees.
Right, that's it. Dance off.
And I'd like you guys to make an investigation check as you try and figure out which of these Norics is which. I could take passive investigation, but it's funnier to get you to roll.
I rolled 9. I've got no fucking clue.
It's just a straight roll.
Yeah. My brain's
sorry,
coming online for a sec.
I'm watching Penton
Of
try and figure out
investigation?
which- Yes, investigation.
I've been staring at the screen all day. Okay, my brain.
Come on.
My brain is berserk jam.
Yes.
35.
And Penton?
19.
Alice is the only one that manages to work out what's going on here, as one of these Norics has yellow eyes. The other one of them is very clearly Noric, the other one is clearly not Noric. And the not Noric proceeds to turn around and look at you all. Oh, hello. Please settle this debate. Which one of us is looking more fabulous? And the not Noric proceeds to hair flick.
And I guess the other Noric does the same?
Settle the debate. Whose is better? Come on. It's clearly me, right?
Oh, wow,
Well,
I
technically,
could
we'll
just
be rolling performance.
give you the answer on
Okay.
who my favourite Noric is. The most fabulous Noric.
Both Norics look enthused.
And she's gonna, like, basically, like, wiggle her fingers and she's, like, pretending to point to fake Noric and then immediately switches it to real Noric. It's like, you!
Yes! See, someone with sense.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on, I'm trying here, man. And the not Noric proceeds to polymorph back into Lupus. Come
Don't
on,
get me wrong, it looks fabulous. It's just
it's the
sure,
eyes.
yellow
Isn't it?
eyes. What?
Well,
Is there anything you do about that?
what am I supposed to do?
What if
about-
Rabbit Man helped you and like use an illusion? That could make your eyes my color. Although that requires them both being around and.
It's
yeah,
also
that's
like it's also almost like I've intentionally done that, Noric, for the sake of making sure that should somebody else walk past, they can tell which one of us is which. Because, and Lupus proceeds to basically repolymorph, runic polymorph back into Noric with the same eye color, and they become almost identical to one another, except from the fact that you know who is who, purely based on the fact you just watched Lupus polymorph. See? If I decide to, I could quite easily take up the full stage name and role. I just choose not to, because that's boring.
Imitation is the finest form of flattery.
And proceeds to flick his hair at Noric at the 120-degree perfect angle.
Yes, you were listening.
It's almost like... And Lupus repolymorphs back into himself. It's almost as if I'm doing
The
that...
most incredible double act.
It's almost like I'm intentionally doing it wrong just to screw with you. It's really fun. Because I could do it perfect every time. But then you don't get all bitchy, and it's fucking hilarious to watch you whine.
There's nothing wrong with taking pride in what you do.
And Lupus just raises his eyebrows at Noric.
And real Noric is pouting.
Oh, Lupus has turned back into himself. There is only one
Okay.
Noric now. Anyway, you guys have come back with a lot of berries. What are you planning to do with those? Like, just because...
We're gonna make fancy wine!
Okay, right.
We are?
Because I thought You know what? Maybe it's best I don't share what I was thinking. And then Nolan decides
What were you thinking?
to chip in and basically finish Lucas's sentence. Well, lass, you see, Nolan is looking at Alice. I think that the Guildmaster was assuming that we were going to come along and throw berries at Axton.
We could definitely set some aside for that purpose.
Lopez looks at Alice and no, the fuck you do not.
I just wanted to prove a point. I wouldn't do that.
Lopez looks at Penton. Yes, you would.
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, that was Penton's idea.
I resent the fact that you'd even think that.
Boy, you are almost as petty as Iffy at times. You would definitely throw berries at him just not directly at him to hit him, but like in his general vicinity to annoy him.
Well, first of all, the moment's already passed. If I was going to throw berries at him, it'd be the point where he was in that little delicious pose that you had him in. So it wouldn't be as funny now, for starters.
Debatable. Anyway.
And also, I proved my point. I don't need to say anything else. The healing journey has begun, and I'm willing to help him along with that.
You are full of shit.
I know.
And Lupus picks up one of these buckets that's been put on the floor. Well, I suppose I can give you a hand carrying these in. So you're planning on making, was it wine or jam?
Well, originally I wanted to make some jam, but actually I really want the wine that makes Penton really angry, so...
I don't really know why, but yeah,
I think it sounds kind of fun.
Lucas looks over to Luna. You're the one. You're probably the one that's got a bit more of an idea of which one of these is going to be better. Should I make a jam or a wine?
Jam.
Yes. And you guys carry these big old buckets of berries over into the.
I'm just gonna pretend like Luna hasn't totally just been snacking off of the berries this entire time.
Oh no, I'm imagining that she's been eating them as she's been collecting them.
Wait, does that...
So like I'm picturing her buckets like half full at this point.
I'm guessing those are the good berries and not the angry berries that you're eating.
They're the good berries.
Okay.
I know my good berries.
And not the bucket. What I'm going to call Bacchus grapes.
I know my berries.
And so you go into the kitchen, and the smell, like the Lupus gets like a whole bunch of sugar out, starts basically cooking up a whole bunch of these berries to make jam, and sets a couple aside just to basically snack on himself. He puts the lid on top of it, sets a little runic spell up, so the spoon that's under, like this small spoon that's under the lid, just keeps stirring it, and walks back over to the rest of you. Right. Your inconvenience has been dealt with.
My inconvenience?
I must admit it is quite entertaining to humble somebody so epically.
See? It's a good idea.
And Lopez clicks his knuckles whilst looking at Penton.
I think I've been humbled enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm keeping my my bratty bitch smile on, but I am quite clearly like shaking.
And it is at this point that a phantasmal hand proceeds to basically flick you in the nose.
Ah!
Because if I did it myself, you'd probably find it entertaining. It's almost more insulting the fact that I decided to expend some of my magic energy just to do this.
It's also weirdly cold, and that's really annoying.
And the phantom hand touches the back of Penton's ear. Do you mean it's cold? Really? And another hand appears and touches the side of Penton's face. Cold? No?
No.
Nah, they're not cold. And like almost as if like flying out of the kitchen, just this horde of like phantom hands start chasing after Penton.
Barrier of terror.
Make a concentration check, as the hand that was touching you is now tickling the back of your neck in the most unpleasant manner possible. So it should be a straight con check, basically.
What's a concentration?
It's a con check.
Oh, it's a con save.
Yeah, no, it's a con check. It's a concentration check, which is your con. Combat. Con modifier.
Oh, okay, it's just con modifier.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's a concentration check.
that'll be 45. Wait, no, that's no wrong one. That's freaking charisma. That would be fucking 20. It's 37.
Yeah, no. You try the barrier of terror, fail, and proceed to basically get absolutely covered in these really icy cold phantom hands.
Well, it's good to know that, you know, my Deus Ex Machina, if all else goes wrong, save me, can be negated by some cold hands.
And Lucas is just sitting there laughing and looks to the rest of Group U. Are any of you finding this as entertaining as I am?
Oh, very.
And then the phantom hands disappear. And now to be an even bigger pain in the ass, and this really warm hand appears and touches the back, touches like the small of your back, like between your shoulder blades, and then disappears. So it leaves. So the rest of you, no. The rest of you is now nice and cold, and it's like a pleasant temperature. The hand that has just touched your back has left a very unpleasant warm patch on your back. So it's like
That's less
Slick.
aggravating.
And Luba's just sitting there smiling. Yeah, I'm a bitch. Anyway. So... brain cells, please. Come on. So... Given that you're basically all here, I have decided that I think you guys are gonna be good to head off for when you do end up heading over to go and acquire the Summoner Heirloom. That you will not need any. I'm not going to be providing any sort of supervision from here to your location, and I have set up with Axton and Ollivander that they will meet you there. As you have proved yourselves enough at this point that I think you'll be more than capable of handling yourselves. There's no worries in the back of my mind. And then there's little like clock sound goes off, like a ringing noise. Ah, excuse me a moment. And Lucas goes off to go and stir the jam. And he shouts through the door. Just take a seat. This will be a few minutes.
Okie dokie.
And so you, after a little bit, sit around the table, and you can hear this aggressive sawing motion.
Aggressive soaring motion.
Yeah, followed by do any of you know Canyon? Well, not Canyon. Sorry, Lupin.
Yes, but
Don't think so.
no, but yes.
I might have picked up a bit of it the amount of time I spent around the guild last time.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yes, aka
It's worth checking.
Tongue of the Unknown.
So the three of you are able to pick up what's being said. Kay starts giggling to herself, and Yuzok's sitting there smiling as almost like an almost warm, with an almost warm sense of familiarity. And Luna, you basically hear Lupus cussing to himself and insulting the bread, calling it things such as a crusty bitch and a loafed out motherfucker. And things along that line as he's basically insulting the bread. Another few minutes pass. Another flurry of bread slurs and insults, followed by a motherfucker that comes out in common. Fucking swear, I've got to stop sharpening these knives.
Well, at least he's seeming more like his old self.
Lupus's head pokes around the door. Just a couple more minutes, and then pops back into the kitchen.
Okie dokie.
And about 5 more minutes pass before he comes out with this very large platter with loads of thick, crusty slices of bread that have been buttered and jammed.
How jammed are we talking here?
Hmm?
How jammed are we talking here? Like a light
It's
spread
like
or
a-
is it like dolloped on?
We're talking like a nice thick layer.
Okay.
Like, you know when like
Oh yeah.
it's done thick enough that it's like, oh, I shouldn't. But it's like just thin enough that it's like it doesn't take over everything else.
Okay.
If you're a person that likes thick spread, there you go. And there's some generous helpings. We'll put it that way.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom.
And as you guys are chowing down,
Nom 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 nom.
Lupus basically comes back out of the kitchen after going back in with a large jar that has been sealed and is placed down in front of the group. And that is what's left. This is not a small jar, this is like the size of a miniature bucket. It's got like the nice little like the little crisscross like cloth patterned cloth over the top of it that's essentially elastic banded around the lid. You laughing about?
That's a stupid thought.
What?
And Pendon's wondering whether the jam still has the same effect the wine would.
Oh no, there is a clear absence of those berries in this jam.
Oh, okay. I thought that was what we're making the jam with.
No.
So it's good berry
We're
jam.
using the good berries, obviously. The other berries have been stashed away somewhere.
Sounds so incensed. No.
No. Why?
No, of course not.
Lupus has taken the Bacchus berries or Bacchus grapes and is currently cooking something. Yeah, you can hear the sound of bubbling coming from the kitchen. So, what are your plans from here anyway?
We're gonna make wine.
No, you're not.
What?
You're not making wine, darling.
Why?
Because I don't trust you with a wine that intentionally makes you go berserk.
Ah, what a shame.
That's a terrible idea waiting to happen.
It's a nostalgia trip waiting to happen.
But it
You're gonna get
sounded
yelled at.
fun.
Lupus looks at Penton. No. I do not wish to have
We
to
don't
repair
miss the old Alice?
No. I don't. And Lupus sits there and just smiles. Unless you'd like me to chop your head off. And Lupus reaches for Eclipsing Rhapsody that's strapped to his belt.
I'd rather you not. Although I'm not sure what that would do for the fate of the world.
Regenerate, stick it back on. Put it on backwards, maybe.
In that case, yeah, go ham. But maybe a bit traumatic.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a really well timed. That's a really well timed, the fucking train horn. You heard that? Yeah. So, after a little bit of time, some small odds and sods happen. You have a little bit of small talk amongst each other about how good the batch of jam is, and what sort of things you could make with it, and what we're gonna do with all of this jam. And Xanos rejoins you all to have one of the having a couple of slices to himself. But
Hey, is that where you been?
huh? Oh, just been sorting some stuff, you know. Nothing too fancy.
Okay. We made jam.
Oh, this is something that you made.
Well, we found the berries.
Oh man, this is really good. And Xanos is munching down as well. And so, after a little bit, all of the slices of bread are gone. The only thing that is left is the empty platter covered in breadcrumbs, and the large jar that dominates the center point of the table. So, what are you guys planning on doing with the rest of the jam?
Yes.
Xanis looks at Luna. Okay then, I guess.
She's just smiling.
Do you want to take the jar?
Do you have any plans for the jam?
I don't.
No? Okay.
Referring to me as
Fucking
DM.
either.
Is Luna taking the
I
jar?
was referring to
Oh, yeah.
Xanis, but if DM has
Oh,
no
yeah.
plans, I'm guessing Xanis has no plans.
Okay, so Luna now has an we're talking like, you know when like you order like a novelty sized, like oversized jar of something. Basically that filled with good berry jam. I'm imagining they have like an almost apple-y taste to them. Because I always picture them as green. Like little green berries, like grape. Kind of like larger, kind of like girthier grapes. I hate the fact that that's the word my brain went to use, but we don't you fucking start. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. So, you end up scattering off for a little bit. And, Penton, you end up finding yourself... Actually, no. Yeah. Penton, you end up wandering off on your own for a little bit.
Okay.
Luna and Kay, so you end up doing a little bit more archery practice, just because she wants to make sure she's got a technique perfected before the next fight. And Alice, you are doing some sparring with Letizia and Alec, whilst Aurelius is observing and basically like you're having like little sparring matches of like who's gonna win, whatever. And Nolan and Yuzok are both chit-chatting with each other, and Xanis is reading through a book.
It's reading.
The actual cover of the book is missing, so you can't see what the actual...
Complete volumes 1 to 8 of Orcwards.
Shut the fuck up. My guy. Respectfully. Cease. No, he is reading a book, but the actual cover on the outside of it is kind of like a patchwork combination of different things.
Interesting.
So like it looks as though it's a custom made cover. And Penton, as you end up getting off on your own for a little bit, decide something compels you to go and take a little walk out underneath the stars. Just a short little walk around in the
No, it's nighttime, is it? Or is we going to the planetarium a bit?
Well, yeah, it'd be like a planetarium, but specifically, it is about nighttime by this point.
Okay.
Imagining the whole fight took up until about midday. You've been out for about 5 hours. Took maybe an hour and a half for the jam to be made, so it's like, what, 6:30, 7:30-ish?
Okay.
By the time that you decide to go for your walk. So imagining the group took a little bit of time to contemplate the jam. As in its uses, not just contemplating the jar of jam. Fucking... And so you end up wandering around in this little planetarium, watching the stars. As it's like all of the light pollution from the village has been negated by this big glass dome on the top. And you find that you are not alone here. As you nearly end up tripping over something.
Sorry. Clumsy.
And you just hear a general in response.
Do I recognize them?
No.
No.
You do not recognize it.
Roll a history check. Okay.
And that is why I don't put my tail out.
Oh.
You get off of my leg, please.
Oh, sorry.
And Axton sits up.
You okay?
Well, certainly took one epic power nap, I'll tell you that much. Shall have to ask you to excuse my actions earlier.
That's okay.
Sincerely.
Honestly, it was a fun fight, and you're a pretty good fighter, and for what it's worth, I enjoyed it.
Myself and Ollivander have not exactly slept great. And suffice to say that the sound of what I can only describe as a watermelon being torn in half by bare hand is living in my memory.
Yeah, I know how you feel. And for what it's worth, sorry about earlier.
Hmm?
You pushed my buttons and I pushed back because that's how I've been raised. I didn't mean to upset you, honestly.
Wouldn't be a Vinius if you weren't pushing buttons.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. But did you know we have like an entire room that's basically just like soft, fluffy cushions?
Hmm?
I don't know if we're allowed in it, but Wow, I know a lot of things thanks to my connections with Guildmaster, but if you're really, really that tired and you're struggling to sleep, then there is an entire room that's just basically dedicated to solid comfort. That maybe if you ask real nicely, you might be allowed to let in.
Axton raises an eyebrow.
It's so comfy.
Why would this guild have a room full of cushions? That seems strange.
Let's just say the Guildmaster has a softer side. You wouldn't know it.
And
He's probably listening right now as well, so I'm a bit worried about what he's saying.
Axton's face goes a little red in embarrassment as he's sitting there thinking about how epically he got put onto the floor. That is a
You did pick a fight with one of the strongest people that ever lived.
But how did he manage that? It doesn't quite make sense.
I told you he threw a star at me.
Okay. What the fuck is that, man?
I don't really know. I also don't know what I'm at liberty to say. A lot of the things that you'll find out about him, you'll have to find out yourself.
I see.
He's quite a secretive person, but he's very nice when you get to know him. So what's your favourite constellation?
Oh.
You seem to like the stars. You're in here, so...
And Axton lays back down and basically reignites his tail. So there's a warm glow.
Oh, so you can turn it off.
Of course I can.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that. Been a weird day.
I gathered. Very much so. Well, my favourite one would be this one up here. And Axton points to a rather unique looking constellation. You see that one? That's the one that our father would point out to us a lot. And oh my god, sorry, you can probably hear my chair creaking. It's screaming for relief. You see, that's the There are two. Well, there are two, but my favorite one is that one. And he points to a constellation. You can't quite figure out what it is. And you take a little longer to ponder it. And you notice that it looks like a centaur with a bow.
Cool.
Like mid-shot.
Fascinating.
It's the Sagittarius constellation. It's ironically my birth constellation.
Was your father a marksman then? Does he resonate with this sort of constellation?
No, father was always insistent that we learn a little bit about the world. I must admit it was quite the quite the shock finding out that we have people like Ardione and the Raven Queen and Rama in this building.
Yeah, it's a crazy place. It was
See.
quite a shock finding out that you're a member of a sacred bloodline that's meant to save the entire world. That was quite a shock.
Imagine being taught that as a child and having to make sense of it.
Imagine spending your whole life trying to prove that you're worth something, only to have that just thrust upon you, as if all of the work you put in meant nothing.
Axton lets out a little huff from his nose, just... yeah. Been there.
That true gentleman shtick? Yeah, that was my stick.
Yeah, I've been given a very firm, educating. Put it that way. Say, would you like to join me for some stargazing?
Yeah, why not?
And so you end up... Are you joining me on the grass?
Yeah,
So you end up flopping down, watching the stars.
in a illusory telescope. Get a closer look. It would work.
Yeah.
I can do anything I wanted to, so it would work.
I'm just picturing it in my head. Meanwhile... oh, this is going to be interesting. In the Room of the Goddesses,
What?
Astra and Diana. Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh my god, yeah!
The two of you hear an oddly familiar singing. And it's resonating through the down the hallway. It's not Norik. You would recognize that man's singing voice anywhere. This one's a lot more quiet and subdued. It's joined by a second voice. Slightly softer, slightly sweeter. But the two of them seem to be resonating with one another. Would you like to go and investigate?
Yeah?
Sure.
So, you get up, and you wander down the halls, to find, in one of the rooms, that there is one of the doors has been left slightly ajar. It seems like this room itself is the one that, that the voices are coming from. They are much more distinct and clear this time around.
Throwbacks to Karina.
Would you like to roll a hearing-based perception check to see if you can
Yeah.
recognize the voices now? What is your role?
65.
You recognize the voices as Karina and Rose.
My gosh, what did I just say? It's Karina!
Would you like to go into the room?
I am an expert. Sorry, what was that?
Would you like to go into the room, or are you going to leave the two to their little duet?
I think I'm gonna stand, maybe like just out of view, just listening to the beautiful sounds.
Will Astra be joining Diana?
No.
No?
No.
Um... And the scene continues for a little while. Diana's going to sit there, listen in, and just enjoy the music for a little while before returning into bedchambers. And then as the group regathers, group you are all sitting in their bedroom, in the guild room, basic bedroom, where you're having like a little debate over basically having a debate over what would be best to pack, as Kay has never been into the swamps of Revenue before, and she suggested the idea of bringing a slightly light grey coloured dress with her. And so you guys are a couple of them are trying to explain to Kay why wearing anything that's white in a swamp is a bad idea.
Yes, Gally. No.
And Kay looks over to Alice. What do you mean? I don't see a problem with this.
Girl, it's like such a light, beautiful color. It's a beautiful dress. Why would you wear a dress to a swamp?
Well, what? I've never been to a swamp before. What? What?
Do you know what a swamp is?
Yes, I know what a swamp is, but surely there's pathways, right? People would have built bridges so they're not wading through them?
No.
But
No, the
why?
people love to wade through mud.
But
Just,
why?
it's one of them populations. Don't ask me why, I don't live in one.
And Kay looks really baffled. Why would they? Why? Why would people build pathways?
Ask Penton. Penton probably came from a swamp.
Wow, that was unnecessary.
I love it.
You're catching straight.
And Kay starts having a little chuckle. So I'm gonna pack this one. And it's a slightly lighter colour than the previous one. And Nolan just looks at Kay and goes, Lass, no. Something dark.
Have you learnt anything?
And Kay proceeds to kind of retreat a little bit. Okay, well, I guess something darker?
Yeah,
Yes.
like a black. or a
Also,
dark blue.
regarding pathways, there'd only be pathways in populated areas. Anywhere outside of a populated area, you will unlikely find any paths.
And Kay looks a little bit frustrated. Aww. Right, I'll do this one then. And she packs it's like a kind of dark greyish dress that appears to have like some leggings sewn into the inside of the dress. It's almost like a leggings and dress kind of mixed together. Think like skirts, but yeah, I've given enough explanation already. The brain cells. And so you're basically packing up some bags for the little trip ahead. Is there anything you would like to do?
I got nothing.
How long? Till the trip ahead.
Well, you're packing up for it because you've kind of got a few days worth of leeway to get a wiggle on.
Can I see my lover?
You may. So Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah. As like everybody else is preparing for the trip, you decide to go and give Bill Sway a short visit. As Xanis basically suggests the idea of around like the afternoon of the next day to get their wiggle on. Purely for the sake of trying to essentially get ahead of the cult, as they're probably expecting you guys to wait a few days, so he wants to try and get ahead of them. But Alice, you decide to go into the town of Lenfar, to Bill Sway's house. And you can smell this lovely beef stew wafting out of the open window. And there in the window, she's adjusting the window pane slightly, so it's open enough that it's letting some of the steam out. Oh, hello. It's been a while since I've seen you, my dear.
Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever. How have you been? What is cooking? Seriously, what is cooking?
If you'd like, you can come inside and have some.
Yes, please. I would love that.
And so she moves away from the window, goes to her front door, and unlocks it, opens it, and invites you in. Well, come on then. May as well.
Yay.
And so I'm assuming you're
What
going
have you
inside?
been up to?
Are you going inside the house?
Yes.
Okay. Just I need a confirmation of that because she's going to close the door and
Sorry.
bolt. She's gonna put one of the 7 bolts on her front door across
Oh, okay, good. I'm not that locked in.
before she goes back to the stove, pours out a few ladlefuls of this stew into a bowl, places it on the table for you, and does the same. She brings over a couple big hunks of bread. Well, I've mainly been getting myself ready for what is probably going to be a rather chaotic period. See, the guild hall has issued a mild warning to some of the residents that have had affiliations with the guild before. Something about
Oh.
what was it? That we might have a little bit of chaos coming along soon, as some of the guild groups may be returning back to the building. So to keep an eye out for them. And so I've offered my service to help them out a little bit.
Oh, you are so kind, so generous.
Oh, darling, please. I'm just doing my little bit to help.
Wow. You people of this world do not deserve you.
And she blushes a little bit as you say that. Oh, well. Goodness, you don't have to be so flattering.
I'm just speaking the truth. Come on now.
And she is quite noticeably red in the face. Say,
Tell me, what is in this delicious stew?
oh, simple. There's some beef, carrots, some potatoes, a few other vegetables vegetables and herbs and plants that I've managed to basically forage up or that I've had dry cured away in the pantry for a while now. Maybe I'll give you the recipe at some
Wow.
point.
I honestly, I cannot cook to save my life. I was never really, I wasn't exactly taught, but to be honest, my mother, she probably did try to teach me quite a lot, but I wasn't interested, to be honest. So I just, never learnt how. So don't bother giving me the recipe because I honestly am clueless.
Billsway curls her hair around her finger a little bit for as she's pondering. Well, perhaps then, darling, I could teach you to cook. After your grand mission is done and dusted. I'm assuming you're staying with the guild once you've completed your quest.
Probably, but I could probably slip away for a day or two.
Oh no, I'm not planning on taking you away. I more mean if you're staying. As in, would you be staying in Lenfar? Would you be going back to your home?
I think I'd be staying in. I think I'd probably stay in Lenfar for a bit, but I'm not sure. You know, I do like home, although I don't know that I really miss it. It's very pretty over there. I would love to take you.
Well, that sounds like a date then. You can
Have you ever
take.
visited Aquaria?
I haven't, no. So maybe make that a done deal. You take me to visit Aquarian sometime, and I'll teach you how to cook.
One task is much more simple than the other.
Hmm. It's a worthwhile effort, especially for someone as beautiful as yourself. And she blows a little kiss at you.
Screaming and
Sorry. Just fucking look to my right and fucking.
I externally emitted the internal scream.
It just says screaming internally out loud.
She just says, ah. The Alice
Yes,
goes,
much.
ah. And so you end up chit-chatting, eating soup together, and just generally enjoying each other's company for a while. And then, after... you end up spending a couple hours there. And generally enjoying each other's company. Until you eventually have to leave and go back to the guild hall. As the doors will close at a certain time of night. Mainly to protect the inhabitants, but also for the sake of everybody else's comfort. The main doors themselves are getting closed each night now. Especially with the number of powerful heirlooms that are within the building. And so... You sleep and awake the next day, on the 28th of October, 56 AR. And is there anything you guys would like to do before you embark on your little quest?
No, I got no idea.
Write a letter to Bill Sway.
Saw that literally yesterday.
You saw her last night, my guy.
I know, but I need to write a letter again to make sure that she knows that she's loved before I go off on my treacherous venture into the mud.
Okay, well, you'll do that then with your morning. Fenton, is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I was gonna go see Father Bear.
Oh, okay. So you go over to Group A's room. You knocking?
Yeah, why not?
So you knock on the door. The door opens, and you have to crane your neck up a little bit because remember, Father Bear is quite the tall stack of man. I'm never referring to him as that again. Oh my god, that was so cringeworthy. Tall stack of man. What am I? A fucking...
Nah, you're a tall stack of man.
Words are not my strong suit today. Ah, hello, Patches.
Hello. You got a second for a chat?
He ponders for a moment, looks behind him, and you can hear the sounds of Reggie and Asta bickering again. No, I said I was going to do it. Come on, that's not fair. That's bullshit, and you know it. You can't play that card and then expect me to not fucking follow up on it. Yeah, what? What'd you expect? And then Father Bear just sighs. Of course, I have plenty of time.
Okay. So there's been a little areas to chat for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you end up wandering off. To go and chit chat. You find a nice little area to take a seat. So, what is it exactly that you wanted to talk about?
I'm just haven't had a real catch up in a while. It's been ages. How did the well, first of all, it's glad to see you back. You're back safe.
Thank you.
How did the mission go? What did you get up to?
Well, it went interesting. You see, each of the guild groups was assigned a location.
Okay.
So somewhere on the planet to start rooting out cult activity. My group, or Group A, got the absolute bottom of the bucket. Quite literally.
Aren't you like the best of the lot? Why did you get the scraps? Or was that just pure luck?
Pure luck.
Okay.
It's like a we decided we couldn't decide on what point we wanted to go, so we went last. And when Brutus decided to pick up the last ticket, it was the underworld. So we've been down there, dealing with all sorts of demons and devils and infernal creatures.
That sounds fun. We dealt with a demon wall. Like
Yes,
a whole wall of demons.
we found out about that shortly before returning back.
Strange place. I mean, who builds a corridor that long?
You would be surprised.
What? Like a really long game of bowls or something. For people with like really strong upper body strength. You could probably do it.
No. I don't think I would have the upper body strength for it. At least not a corridor as long as some of the infernals like to create their buildings.
So, I mean, I never asked you actually. How are you liking your new group? Because obviously he's part of Group U, and then you decide to go your own way.
He tilts his head slightly. Oh, right. I used to be with this group anyway. It's not my first
Oh yes, you
one.
did. Yes. Sorry.
And then I disconnected from them to mentor your group. Which, it's been nice getting back and adjusting to my previous group, but I will admit listening to Reggie and Asta bicker can be quite the annoyance.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you ever miss it?
He looks confused. Miss what?
Hanging out with us in Group U.
Oh,
I sometimes miss you.
are we talking the group as a whole,
As it was then, first of all.
or as it was then? God no.
Fair enough. What about now? I mean, the group's changed a heck of a lot, and I think we've proven ourselves a fair few times in battle that we can be a competent unit. And Xanis and Kay have developed tremendously.
Yes,
So not the best means in some places, but
It's been quite the experience to watch them develop. They certainly take after their parents, I'll tell you that much. But,
I do sometimes wonder that if you were still in the group now, would you still choose to leave?
He ponders. In this case, I would like to, I guess, ignore pondering the what-ifs.
Okay.
It
Fair.
seems unproductive. I certainly enjoy communicating with your group. Don't get me wrong. But I was initially only intended to work with your group for a few years, once you establish yourself, and then return back to Group A anyway.
Okay, fair.
Just the things that went wrong expedited the process a little
Well, yeah, you were looking after Xanis, weren't you? And then,
bit.
yeah. And you didn't have
Yes.
to look after Xanis anymore.
Instead, I'm having to look after those two idiots that are constantly bickering with one another.
Which one's worse?
Mhm.
Which one's worse?
They're about... One's senseless bickering, the other one's chaos and destruction, so... They're about even.
Fair enough. Did you watch the fight, by the way?
He raises an eyebrow, looking confused. Fight?
The two Soma brothers turned up and immediately started. Well, one of them immediately started picking fights. And
Oh, yes. Axton.
yeah,
Quite the character.
what do you think of him?
Well, considering he had the balls to step up to the guildmaster and demand membership.
Yeah,
Quite interesting.
it's where you go from bravery and courage to foolishness, and where you draw that line. Because he then went after him again. I mean, he went after me first. He started picking fights with everyone, was like, do you want to die? I'll show you how much of a true gentleman I am. And I decided I'd pull his bluff.
Yes.
Never
Why
wanted
does
to back
that-
down from a fight.
Why does that sound familiar? And he's looking directly at you.
Hey, old habits die hard. I'm still the same person I was. I'm just
Tell me, how does it...
nicer.
How does it feel seeing it from the outside?
It's weird. It's so weird. It's kind of gives me this weird tingly feeling that I don't particularly like.
That's perfectly understandable.
Well, he's like very strong, but the way he throws his weight around, I'm just like, did I really used to be like that?
Yes.
Was I really that pompous?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I was.
You were quite the, jack-in-the-box when it came to most things.
I wasn't that volatile, though. I would think I was quite well-measured and conniving, sly.
Except from half the guild that saw straight through a lot of your bullshit.
Well, yeah, half the guild is made up of some of the most intelligent and strongest people that ever lived. So, to be fair, if that's your audience, then you're not doing too bad.
And he shrugs a little bit. Well, I suppose if you want to put it in that sense, yes. But you've certainly, matured quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from getting humbled.
A lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
it's hard to wave your dick in the air and say, like, you're the top dog when there's so many people that are so much bigger than you around you all of the time.
Well, I
I
suppose...
can now probably call myself one of the top dogs because I've got my heirloom, I'm a bloodline member, and I'm in my prime, I'm in my stride. I'm actually quite happy with the progress I've made.
Yes, I would say that you've made quite the development.
But I would still act in the same way I am now when I was basically an ant. Is the issue.
You'll grow into it. You'll get more accustomed.
Oh yeah, I met my dad. That was weird.
And he nods as he's listening, because he doesn't really... He very clearly does not know how to respond to that.
I'm just sort of oversharing now. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's just nice to see you. It's nice to talk to you. It's been forever.
Well, there'll be plenty of time for conversation later down the line. At the moment, myself and the rest of Group A are going to be getting, essentially dispatched into the town of Lenthar to go and look around for any leads for any of the other guild groups that may be on their way back.
For a second there, I thought we were going to send you on another mission, like, straight away.
Oh, goodness no. Lupus is actually the one that was protesting us, checking around the leads. It'd be the fox that was the one suggesting the idea of us having a venture around to see if we can help him find out any other leads.
Oh, I guess good luck with that. It was a nice catch up.
Yes, quite the pleasure. And so you make your way back, while the rest of the group are patiently awaiting your return. And sorry, bear with me, my brain is putting two and two together. Poke me. I lost my train of thought, where was I? Right, yes. As you return back, Penton, Nolan is the first one to greet you. Oh, for the love of God, lad, talk about fucking waiting. Come on, we've all been ready to go for like the last half hour.
So told me.
Well, how could we? You just walked off.
Just got Alec to message me.
And Nolan just shrugs at you. Well, we managed to convince the guildmaster to let us borrow. I say borrow. To basically get us an airship to travel over.
Hell yeah!
One of the faster flights.
Who's flying?
Uh-oh.
And check.
Does anyone here know how to fly an airship?
Kazaroth?
Kazaroth is not coming with you.
But he probably knows how to fly an airship.
Yeah. That's true.
Can anybody beat a 20 in pilot?
Please be me. Please be me. Please be me. It's not gonna be me, but please be me. Oh! It's almost me.
Oh my god, who is?
19.
Oh, no, I've got an 18.
Wait, did we just roll a straight nat 20? Straight what?
No,
No, it's just what your bonuses.
What is your bonus to pilot checks?
There's a pilot check. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, let me look.
The same thing with drive.
I whistle while I do it.
No.
Then I can have a plus 14.
No. So, you're not.
11. You are absolutely not having the 11.
It will be Xanis, then, who is piloting the airship. As he is the one with plus 20 to pilot checks.
I don't want to fly the airship.
Yeah, well, that's gotta suck for you, I guess.
You ever flown an airship before?
Eh. Not enough. I've been on enough learning,
Oh, okay.
so this will be second proper flight. Let's say 33 total on pilot. So the airship, once you all bundle on in there, the engine starts humming, the airship takes off the ground and proceeds to fly off. And in the span of about 6 hours,
Is this like a Zeppelin sort of thing, or is it what?
no, think like small personalized aircraft type thing.
Okay.
You're on the effective equivalent of a speedboat,
Oh, okay.
but air.
Fair enough.
And so after about six hours, so it's like you say like late afternoon, early evening. You manage to touch down. You park up the airship in one of the aerodomes on the island of Revenue and start your trek. Are you moving at a... this is a genuine question. Are you moving at a slow pace, a normal pace, or a fast pace?
Does it make the pilot check harder?
You are not on the airship anymore.
Oh,
You're
okay.
walking. So, are you moving slowly, normally, or speedily?
I would say normally. I vote normally.
I think normally. Last time we went super speed. Actually, that we could do speed quickly. And then I was exhausted.
Yeah, it did tire you out a bit. So, normal, speedy. Anything to weigh in there, Luna? You're not really fast. Oh wait, shit. Come on.
I'll be there.
Oh, we'll go normal pace.
Boo.
Purely because my brain just realised.
The fun sucker. I am
Purely
joking about it.
because you're going through a marsh, so probably the best idea not to get stuck in the mud if you are moving at a high speed. And as you're traveling along, the town recedes into the distance. You go through these like grassy flatlands that then very rapidly turns into like basically like, slightly damp, marshy area. And as you're wandering,
Do you understand, Kay, now why we don't wear grey and white?
yeah, okay, I got the point. This is not Bonita. And you travel for a little while, and you reach a certain point, and a chill goes through you all.
It's not swamp water.
And no, it is not swamp water. As you hear this very loud howl echoing in the distance.
What, like a Like a wolf howl sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
You hear a
Interesting.
wolf howl in the distance. A very loud woo kind of noise. It didn't come through the mic. Oh well.
The Crescent Fang people.
No, darling. No. Because it is too like I'm gonna say it's too bassy and loud for it to be like. Whereas you'd think like a little higher pitched dog howling. We're talking like this thing sounds like it's fucking huge, like it's a ooh kind of howl. It
It's
is
almost more like a drone.
Oh dear, we're
yeah.
fucked.
It is more like a droning noise than a typical howling noise.
Do we recognize the sound?
No.
So I can think of another time we've encountered a very, very large wolf-like thing.
What was that?
It didn't go well.
What was it?
It shot us out the fucking sky.
Oh yeah, no. No. Tis not that, sir. And it is genuinely uncomfortable that you can hear this thing. Because judging from the sound of it, and how, using the same kind of, rules as, a thunderclap, it sounds like it's not too far away. You hear another howl. It sounds like it's approaching. What are you doing?
Stealth time.
You can attempt to stealth if you wish.
I'm gonna put some
How?
coins in the air.
How are you planning to hide?
Can I plant
In a
shape?
tree.
You want to plant shape.
I want to plant shape.
What are you going to plant shape into?
A fucking plant.
What kind of plant? You have to
I
describe
don't.
the plant to me.
What?
Like a marsh plant? Like a tree? Like a
It's
big
gonna
bush?
be. Can I? I'm gonna look at the surrounding foliage. I'm gonna turn into a bush. Marsh. One of the bushes that I see.
Sorry. It's just Luna's looks at everyone else you know what? Fuck your bush. Become plant. Okay. And the other oh, actually, is it you that picked it up? What Kay is going to do, she's going to cast Vanish Gur on everybody. Hiding you all and masking your presence. Luna, how much MP does plant shape cost?
7.
7. Okay.
It'll last for 38 minutes. Would a bush be small, medium? Would it be medium?
Probably medium, yeah.
Okay.
So... And these big waves of pressure and noise start rumbling through the earth. So it's like a boom, 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 approaching. And that is when you see a large silhouette in the distance.
Perception check?
Roll.
I'll also roll perception from my bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You
basically.
know, you know what? You know,
I am up a tree.
There is no tree. Anyway, sorry, Luna.
I can make you a tree to go up.
No, because I feel like that's obvious.
It's less obvious than going up a tree that isn't there.
I'm honestly kind of just laughing because I look at my abilities and see Mask of the Wild and I go, oh yeah, I'm a fucking wood elf as well.
Right, yeah. Fucking.
I'll koala on the bush.
fucking attempt to
Hang
hide,
on.
even if I'm only obscured.
Mona
Hang on.
laughed, right?
Wait. Alice, repeat that sentence again.
I said I'll koala on the bush.
The closest bush to you is
fucking
Luna.
What?
Are you
Luna,
about to,
you're
about
getting
to-
koala.
Are you so are you actually doing that?
Yes.
Okay, Luna, as a bush, you are currently being held by Alice.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of illusory bushes in front of the two of them so it doesn't look conspicuous.
I mean, Alice is invisible right now, so Luna's just.
Alice is invisible, okay.
But Luna is not. She
Yeah,
is.
they
she
can't
is a
see me
bush.
clinging to the bush.
No.
I'm straight up just a bush.
No, they can't. They can't see if they can't. Like the rest of you are invisible, apart from Luna. But the fact that there is now a levitating bush.
Yeah, that's why
Not
I'm
suspect at all.
confused.
It's not levitating.
It is because you are not visible. The bush that
No,
you just picked
no,
up.
but I'm not holding it up. I'm koalaing on
Oh,
it.
so you're laying on top of it.
Just sort of like sitting to the side of it and holding it.
Oh, right. So you're sitting
I'm
to the side.
hugging
Okay.
it from the side.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were picking Luna up. Picking
Luna,
up
are
the
you
bush.
particularly prickly?
No,
bush?
no, Luna's staying firmly on the ground.
Okay.
Do you have thorns, Luna?
I make no comment.
We should find out when there's like thorns pricking her in the hands.
Well, considering that I'm 99% sure that plant shape is an actual plantless thing for like enemy creatures and shit. Or something. I had no idea.
Don't blame you.
Either
So,
way, I could just become covered in thorns anyway.
right,
Don't worry
yeah,
about
because
it.
you have the bramble armor ability, don't you? From
Yeah.
scroll
Do
too
it.
far down. Don't. Poor Alice's hands. Okay, I found it. I
You
found
made
it.
fun of me earlier, do it.
Hands get spiked.
And you just hear this dum-dum, 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 as it gets louder and louder and louder. The silhouette gets closer and closer and closer before it vanishes completely. I can tell you though.
For the telepathy, I'm gonna say that thing definitely saw us, didn't it?
Xanis, you can clearly tell Xanis is holding his breath. Yuzok is seemingly nervous.
Alice is getting stabbed by a bush.
I don't know why, but I'm picturing this, but I'm picturing Bush Luna with like googly eyes and like a silly smiley face on it.
Yeah.
So she's just sitting there like,
Me too.
yes, Bramble, get pricked.
So then the only thing you can see is googly eye bush and then some weird drops of blood coming down because
Pretty much, yeah.
once it leaves Alice, it's
I
no
like to
longer
think
invisible.
my blood is invisible as well.
It is, once it leaves you, no, it is not invisible anymore. Anyway. Nolan's Nolan's staying quiet. Letizia and Alec both staying quiet. Aurola's has hand on hammer. And Kay says through the telepathy, I don't think it saw us. We're all invisible. Would make sense if it could see us.
I have been seen before while invisible.
Dun, dun, dun. And you
Is that
turn,
behind us?
and as you're looking,
Try behind me using it.
you're
It's the
expecting.
googly eyed bush.
You're expecting, you're expecting it to be in front of you. Nothing. There's no sound.
Is it above us? Oh.
It is not.
Is it below us?
It is not below you either. There is nothing.
Oh my god, it's behind us.
It's better at being invisible than we are.
Why the fuck is it running?
And you hear this intense, this intense sound leave the ground. Before you look up, because Penton, your first instinct was, is it above us? As you see this massive quadrupedal creature land about 50 feet away from about 50 feet away from where Nolan's standing. Please ensure you have the Roll20 open.
Yeah,
This is important.
Oh, it's open.
Oh,
it's
hell
open,
no.
alright.
Please go out to 30% zoom for me.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, yeah.
31's good enough.
Mhm.
I am waiting for
28.
the map to change.
Waiting for the map to change.
Dun 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 dun. You know,
Waiting for
I
the
totally
map to
could have
change.
just transformed into a creature and burrowed underground. Oh well. I could have become a fish.
Oh my god, the map
Holy
changed.
shit!
Oh my lord.
That's the fucking Lillian Beast!
It is not.
What? It's similar to it then.
Yes. You do.
Oh, thank god we haven't found the Lillian
It's
Beast.
the
Oh my
I
god!
did say, is it a
Oh!
Crescent Fang relative at the start?
As standing before
So-
you,
So this is where you got the reference artwork from. Jesus fucking Christ.
yeah, because I repurposed it for something else.
The fucking instant recognize. Yeah. Yeah.
See if I still have the full-sized image to hand. I may not.
I honestly would recognize
go.
this art anywhere.
Boom.
From the trauma.
As standing before you is this quadrupedal wolf-like creature, it's more dripping this black ooze. That it makes you uncomfortable looking at it, the same way that looking at the Lillian Beast made you feel uncomfortable all that time ago.
Question.
Yes.
Does it at all resemble Fenrir? Is
No.
that how it's done? Okay.
It does not resemble Fenrir. God, do you wish it
Second
resembled
question.
Fenrir? Yes.
Sure, it's Fenrir.
Can I act in a surprise round?
You are not being ambushed. As it looks down at you all and snarls, its many jaws around its face, snarling, gnashing. This black liquid is dripping everywhere. And it snarls, this low, bassy growl that makes your entire body tremble, as the sheer reverb behind that snarl literally vibrates your bones. As this is your first encounter, as a DM, I would like to notify you that this is your first encounter with something that is larger than the Topaz Dragon. This thing is enormous. To refer to it by its size category, it is obscene +6. Or, if you would like a rough height range of how tall it is roughly 79 feet and 11 inches in height.
Me.
This thing
That's a
is
tall dude.
This thing is like a fucking building. And it snarls, and it snarls at you. And then your vanish disappears, seemingly dispelled by some unseen force.
About the size of an 8-story building.
Yeah, about the size of an 8-story building.
Or a megalodon.
I mean,
Oh my god.
Or a blue whale, actually.
yeah.
Which makes sense, megalodon.
So
There's a blue whale in front of us.
Basically something the size of the same size as a blue whale standing upright.
Am I still a
Fucking hell.
bush?
No, you are not a bush anymore. You are back to yourself.
So
Yes.
I am myself with Alice clinging onto me.
Basically, yeah, Alice is hugging you, but I'm imagining she's hugging your leg. She would have had to crouch down to hug the bush.
Oh dear.
I don't know why,
Yes.
but it's really funny in my head. Roll initiative.
Indeed.
Oh my.
Surprise round.
You will not be getting a surprise round.
As a free action, I'm going to use Emerald Automation to activate Mark, Mirror Image, and Elemental Carol. Fuck no, I'm not going to use a Void.
Damn, I wish we were in a forest right about now.
So does Yuzak. So does Yuzak.
Wait, no. Mark, mirror image, and
Please decide respectfully.
dancing weapon.
Okay, well, you need to make notes of that. Because I do not have the capacity to do so with the things that I'm having to roll.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know.
I know. And I'm also letting you know. So,
Much sass.
Hey, I got much sass because I got all that ass.
What?
That was a really
I
good
mean,
point.
it's not wrong.
Not safe for anything.
Not safe to exist. Oh,
Well, I was
fucking-
gonna be like Twitch, but then I realized that it also goes on YouTube, so I was like, just
Yeah.
everything.
Just everything. All of the things. Oh right, fuck yeah, I have to roll multiple dice for Alec, don't I? Okay. Please bear with me. Sorry, I'm being fucking slow, but...
Imagine being safe for work.
Hmm?
Imagine being safe for work.
Pass. Where the fuck? Am I being fucking stupid? I feel like I'm being really stupid. Hang on.
This is not a stream for kids, in case you didn't know from the
I mean, none of my content is marked
copious
as...
amounts of swearing.
Yeah, no, none of my content is marked as that anyway, because they're stupid shit. It's fucking annoying. And also, the amount of times I cuss at myself, do you really think that anything I come out with will be safe for work? Okay, so, Alice, what did you roll?
79.
Luna.
59.
Please tell me you did not wait until right at the point where I was going to ask you to roll.
I did.
Oh my god, you motherfucker.
33.
33. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Right.
As the cannoned creature is the first thing to move.
Is it now?
It is.
Man, that's
How?
awkward.
Does it move?
Why?
I'm just curious. Because from the art that I've been shown, it doesn't look like it moves very conventionally. Because it sort of like pulls itself along.
Overcapacity.
Just for flavor text.
Oh, flavor-wise,
Yeah.
okay, because I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, it basically partly pulls itself along with its front front legs, and its back legs are kind of like it's kind of doing the equivalent like you know if like you were to like arch your back when something like cold touches your neck. It's doing that with like its hind legs like very low to the ground. So it's like kind of half spider-like movements, half normal like dog-like movements, and its movements are spastic and twitchy, as it's like it's almost like this thing's body is convulsing every time it moves. As it proceeds to immediately move over,
Oh,
As
poor
it leaps.
Latina.
as it leaps for one of the two closest people, and my dice decided that Leticia would be the first one. As it proceeds to use Eclipse Bite.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No.
You
Why?
crit, didn't you? You crit! You
Yes!
crit, didn't you?
Yes, I did!
Bad.
Oh god. No, because this is really bad. Munch.
Laetitia dies in one hit.
Leticia has turned into a meat popsicle.
Gets eaten.
Like, you know how some people like to eat like their barbecue wings and they like to try and get all the meat off at once?
Yeah.
Imagine that's what's about to happen. a pair of legs remaining.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that I
She
didn't.
dead. This is all not in character, by the way. This is all out of character.
No, I'd imagined. She takes 2,929 points of damage, instantly being downed.
Fuck me. Okay.
Are we sure this isn't a relative of the Crescent Fangs?
Yes, we're sure.
You want to try and learn that one, Alice?
What?
Well, at least Letizia didn't instantly die.
It then proceeds.
Oh dear.
Oh fuck.
Oh dear.
Lupus, please. And that was the moment Lupus realised he was about to TPK his party.
I'll be fine, I think.
I'm partially joking. Partially.
Partially. Alice, what's your AC?
Oh no.
Yeah. What's
your
my
AC?
AC?
What's your AC? Yeah.
Oh no.
68.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Yeah, of course.
As the Abyssal Eldritch Mauler, and I'm going to address it by its name so I have to tiptoe around it.
Mauls you.
The Abyssal Eldritch Mauler proceeds to make a bite attack against you, landing its piercing jaws straight down on your body. And you take 347 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Does that got any of my
No.
resistances on it? No.
It has not applied anything.
Okay, wait, what was that? 300 and what?
347.
Okay, sick. Well, not sick, but you know.
Oh no. Oh no.
What does that have? It is then going to let out a howl as it proceeds to bay.
Bay?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
like a kind of noise,
Okay.
like like a prelude to a howl type thing. And it is going to target.
Okay.
No!
Because that's the worst
As it
person
proceeds
that
to
could
target Luna.
Hmm.
Does a
Quick, Luna, book!
what's your AC?
65.
That
I'm
definitely
no longer in bush form, so I don't have my stat boost anymore.
You take 185 points of non-elemental damage.
Okay, we're heading down. We're heading down.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean, uh-oh?
Okay, And hell, okay, this is gonna be interesting. Fenton, what's your AC right now?
Is it biting me?
What's your AC? Answer the question, please.
It is 65.
It is 65. Okay, that definitely hits you.
Percentile. See if it hits me at all.
What's the percentage mischance?
Is it the Phantom Response doesn't change that. It's the luck stuff. Got base checks, up bonus. I think it's 7 still.
What?
7%
Hmm?
chance.
A what?
It was 5%, and then it increased by 2 to 7%. The
From
20-sided die ring.
Oh, right. You'd be rolling that.
Would I?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're using a reaction to activate it, then yes.
I don't use a reaction to activate it. It's just
Okay, well if it's activating, you need to roll it each time. It's not my job to do.
Okay. Yeah, that fails.
So,
Is the attack hit around there? Make a roll to determine which of the things you actually hit. Mirror
What?
image. Emerald automation. I used mirror image emerald automation. So you
okay.
hit me, so you have to roll 1d4. See if you hit me as one of the images. I'm not sure what the
No,
one.
you roll 1d4, and that's how many images you make.
Oh, sorry.
So I then it would then roll.
4.
Okay. So pick 2 numbers between 1 and 10.
Okay. 6 and 3.
That's a 6.
Okay.
So it hits you
Why did you say pick 2 numbers?
because I can't roll a d5. I don't have a 5-sided dice to hand, and I want to roll this because it's more menacing. So it hits you with an eclipse bite, and you take 1,053 points of piercing damage.
Ow. That's smart.
So that's
Wait.
it's eclipse bite, eclipse bit twice. It's bade. It's bit normally. So then I'm going to use its bonus action
Oh no.
to enable to use crunch, and it's going to attack.
That's not a reaction.
Hmm?
Don't worry. Talk
No.
yourself.
Going to attack Luna. Bear in mind, I am rolling randomly as to who it's attacking.
That's all.
So I just rolled a 6 on the dice twice.
Owie.
So that hits because there is no fucking way in hell. And Luna, you take 330 points of piercing damage. And for the next 10 rounds, you will be taking 3d12 points of bleeding. So essentially, it has ripped a chunk, or it has basically like the flavor text of it is has basically ripped away some flesh and torn into you a bit. And you will now take 3d12 points of bleeding damage at the end of each round, which I'll make note of.
Oh no.
Okay. So, the depressing part is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 characters that move at the same time.
And it's.
Oh, but Letizia's out cold, so that's fine.
It's
So I
8
can
o'clock.
just check. Huh?
And it's 8 o'clock.
Not to
It
be
is.
that guy, but what
It is.
point do we
Thanks.
start rolling death saves again?
Well, Letizia's gonna be doing that now, but we will have to.
Wait, everyone's back soon. That means I can probably buy shit again.
Mm-hmm.
I can restore the fucking.
But we shall be concluding there. And
Yeah, we're gonna die.
yeah, we'll come back to this next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.